What is up guys, Meikitamemo here, welcome to YouTube or Twitch. For now, Twitch, because it's gonna take a long time before this one is actually uploaded to YouTube. Due to the fact I'm still working on Risen. But, let's continue with a Gothic 2. Go to Jarkendar. See if I can get the best weapon there. And, just continue with it. See how much I can get done today. First, make sure. Come on, Twitch. For some weird reason, it doesn't show that I'm live. I can't continue if it's not live. Stupid Twitch. Just give me a second, guys. Because Twitch app is really crap. Still, it doesn't show that I'm live. How is that fucking possible? I am live. I know that I am live. And there we go. Finally. Right, so let's go to Jarkendar. I should be able to clear Jarkendar without too much difficulty, since I have 120 strength and 120 dex, but it will be better if I got the best weapon, the two-handed weapon. Now let's take care of these stone statues. Let's kick their asses.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Put out the torch.
Adanos be thanked. You are finally here. We thought you would not show up again.
What? How are you already here?
You went through the portal and we followed you. It did not take long before we arrived here. However, you were not there. We have been here for several days.
Several days? How can that be?
After we could not find you anywhere, Nefarius sought to ascertain what might have gone wrong. He seemed to be thoroughly baffled until now. Well, now you are here and can begin your work.
What happened in the meantime?
We have collected many new insights. The earthquakes do indeed appear to be stronger here. We are not very far from their center now. The builders of these old structures erected a city here in their day. So much we can already say. However, for some reason their culture came to an end. But so far, we can only speculate as to why.
What about Raven?
In his letter, Raven spoke of a temple, and that he was trying to get inside. We are unanimously of the opinion that it is a Temple of Adanos that Raven seeks to desecrate. The earthquakes are obviously the result of unholy incantations, which keep colliding with a powerful spell. The gates of the temple are magically sealed, and this is the very magic that makes the stone sentinels arise. The temple is defending itself. We must stop Raven before he can penetrate into the Holy of Holies.
But what does Raven want inside the
We
temple?
only know that it has to do with a powerful artifact that is somehow connected to Adanos and Bowyer. We can certainly assume that he is not up to anything good.
Raven is only a former ore baron, not a magician.
Perhaps it is not he himself, but rather a
Well, what is
renegade
up, viewer?
magician in his pay. One way or another, we must avert the evil.
Have you found a trace of the missing people?
Only yesterday we found the body of a fisherman. He was lying under one of the ruins to the east. It looks as though the fisherman was from Khorinis. You should look into this.
What happens next?
We shall remain here and continue studying the ancient culture. The old scripts of the builders conceal a great many secrets which we must reveal, if we want to understand what happened here back then. Meanwhile, you must do a few things for us.
Alright, so what should I do?
You must find Raven and prevent him from desecrating the Temple of Adanos.
You mean I should kill him?
If that is the only way to stop him, then in Adanos' name, yes. On your way, collect all the ancient relics and inscriptions of the builders you can find and bring them to us. We must know more about these people and their demise. Only when we see through Raven's plans can we thwart them. Furthermore, you must find a way to free the slaves.
Is that all? I could do that left-handed.
I know that is much to ask. Regard it as a chance to regain my trust.
I'll get going then.
One more thing. Raven has gathered a large number of bandits about him. In your absence, we have fetched another member of the Ring of Water here. We sent him into the swamp. He did not come back. We suspect that the bandits attack everyone who does not look as they do. So, acquire some of the bandits' armor. That is the only way you'll get close to them without being attacked right away.
Wait a minute.
1 second. What poor swine did you send into the swamp?
His name was Lance. I'm afraid he did not get very far.
Where will I find bandit armor that fits me?
There seems to be a camp of pirates to the west. As far as we know, they're in contact with the bandits. I do not think that they will attack you if you approach them. Perhaps you can find some help with them.
Alright.
May Adanos protect you.
May Adanos protects me.
Nice to see you. We feared the worst.
It wasn't all that bad. How's it going?
This is a very dangerous region here. Some of the animals in the area have never been seen by anyone before us. Close by, there is a large swamp that managed to grow for several hundred years without anyone noticing. Not a day goes by that we aren't attacked by beasts from the swamp. I advise you to be careful if you go for a stroll here.
Is there anything new that you guys learned about the stone
We
sentinel?
have already managed to eliminate some of them. They stand there, paralyzed like pillars of salt, and don't budge. But appearances deceive. If you get too close, they'll attack you. There's no doubt that the source of their power can be found here somewhere.
Let's deal. Now let me get the potions because I will need them. Another ring of the warlords. Already have 2 rings of the warlords, but I can sell some of the junk which I do not need. I need Shadow Beast horns for later. Oh fuck, I needed the Minecrawler plate. Let me repurchase them. It's a bit of loss, but let me also sell these because however I did not want them. I only want silver plates, chalices and whatnot.
Wait a minute.
I'm tremendously relieved to see that you have arrived here unscathed.
How is it that you arrived here before me?
We traveled through a curious dimension. Who knows what detours you took?
And now, can I use the portal again?
We came here directly. It obviously works quite well. Of course, I'll let you know if I have the suspicion that it could be otherwise.
What have you been up? Well, what have you done here up to now?
I'm studying the history of the builders, and I'm trying to understand why they closed the portal. It looks very much as though they wanted to hide the sunken city from the rest of the world. Terrible things happened here many years ago. They were seized by something awful. There was a dreadful civil war shortly before the downfall of the city, if their records can be believed. The streets were in flames, and a flood which devoured everything ultimately sealed the fate of the builders. The few who survived the inferno closed this part of the island in the hope of locking up the chaos.
Did you say that there was a flood?
Adanos himself appeared to them to end the madness. He razed the city to the ground.
But what made the builders so agitated?
One of their own devoted himself to evil. He was a great commander named Quahodron. Returning from a successful battle outside the protecting walls of the city, he brought the evil with him. All of his followers fell to the madness a short time later and began to battle with the common folk. The civil war that followed reduced everything to rubble.
And we fools have reopened the portal.
And
I'm not happy about that either, believe you me. But what choice did we have? If we cannot stop what is happening here, then Khorinis will suffer exactly the same fate that once befell the builders of this ancient city.
What do you think that we will find here?
I can only speculate about that. You should talk to Saturas. He has a certain idea.
Alright, I'll talk with him. How is it going?
Listen, curious, don't you think? These teleporter stones don't appear to function, and yet you can hear them hum. Although they aren't active, a certain energy rests in them nevertheless.
And what do you think needs to be done to reactivate
I
them?
have an idea about that. I just need proof for my suspicion. I had a feeling days ago that I had seen this sort of construction somewhere before. I suspect that we have to supply them with a damn large amount of magical energy to get them back into service.
And what could provide enough magical energy to reactivate the teleport stones?
I can only think of one thing. A magical focus. I mean, one of the 5 focus stones that were used to create the magical barrier in the Valley of the Mines. As far as I know, you had to get them back for us a while ago.
yes, I can remember.
But where are these focus stones now?
They were entrusted to me. I am supposed to keep them safe until we find another use for them. The way it looks, the time is ripe now.
You said you needed proof for your suspicion.
A magical focus should be connected to these stones, but I don't know where.
Where have you seen the teleporter stones so far in the Valley of
You were in
Mines?
the penal colony too. Didn't you ever notice those stones? I am quite sure that they still can be found there today.
But how do these teleporter stones get their power?
The builders were a very highly developed people. They used properties of magic that we have never seen. A network of teleporter stones was built so the builders could move quickly from one place in the city to another. The stones here obviously form a kind of center.
I've heard enough.
I've heard enough.
Can you teach me your magical capabilities?
I can show you how to increase your magic power.
Don't need that, but give me the focus though.
Give me
All right, but be careful with it. You hear? Saturas will have my head if we lose them.
No worries. Did you expect this here?
Did you?
Not at all. I'm awestruck at how large the city must have been. Most of the buildings were buried under stone and earth, but the ruins that have survived the ages are spread all over the land. There must have been thousands living here.
And what will I find out there?
In the east, there's a large fortress in a gigantic swamp. As far as we can judge from here, the bandits have taken refuge there. If I were you, I wouldn't go down there. They've set up many outposts and guards. You'd better avoid the swamp until you have more experience, or find a way to go around the bandits. In the west, we have discovered some pirates. I'm not sure, but I believe they have also discovered us. They don't seem too perturbed by our presence, though.
Tell me more about this area.
Tell me.
What do you want to know?
What is it in the north?
If the records of the builders are believed, then you'll find a large valley encircled by cliffs. Drought and desert sand dominate the landscape there.
I see. And what will I find if I go to the south?
The land in the south is very rugged. You'll find serpentine paths, waterfalls, and ruins carved out of the rock there.
And what was in the east again?
The Great Swamp. The area is very dangerous. Not only are the bandits lurking there, but also extremely dangerous animals. You should be careful.
And were you ever in the west?
No, but the coast must be there somewhere. That's probably where the pirates have their camp. To the east, not far from here, we found the body of a fisherman. You should take a look at it.
Yeah, we'll do that. But where were the bandits again?
They have a sort of fortress with many outposts in the east. To get to them, you'll have to cross the large swamp.
And where did you see the pirates again?
They were running around not too far to the west of here. I think they were hunting.
Is there a map of this area?
Cronos has made one. He will surely let you have it.
I see. Can you teach me your skills?
I can instruct you in the art of alchemy, and I can show you how to teach your will-o'-the-wisp to search for objects.
The searching will-o'-the-wisp. Tell me more about the area.
What do you want?
Oh, I can just reclaim that if I wanted to. But I got no learning points. Now to talk with Cronos again for a map and Myxir. And any new findings?
The builders of these ruins fascinate me. It is just too bad that their language is as dead as they are. Even their mighty rituals and summonings could not save them.
Summonings?
The builders had a strong connection to the spirit world. If I have understood correctly, they believe they were in constant contact with their ancestors. They held regular summonings and rituals to ask the spirits for advice or to gain enlightenment.
The undead that I knew never had much to say.
The builders did not create soulless undead such as zombies or other evil creatures. These spirits were the souls of great warriors, priests, and rulers. So far, I have no doubt that they really exist.
How did these spirit summonings work?
The guardians of the dead had their special formulas they used to pacify the spirits. The descriptions I could find here, however, are in part very confusing. Only rarely do I get a clear answer to my questions.
If I see a spirit, I'll let you know.
Yes, I insist on it.
Let's reactivate the first portal. I have activated one of the teleporter stones.
I can see that, so I was right. I have talked to the others about it. We want you to try to activate all the teleporter stones. It would be a great help in our investigations if we could move quickly from one part of the city to another. Here is another focus stone. Activate them all if you can.
I'll try.
I will do so, Merdarion, no worries. Like Cronos.
Hey, you!
I don't need a map. Unless I could get it for free, but that's not gonna work. Let's quick fry some raw meat. This is gonna take some time since I have like 140 raw meat. But I need it in case my potion supply runs out. If you, by the way, got questions, viewer, feel free to ask them. But do make sure that you're logged in on Twitch. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure if I can, read anything you chat, or that you can chat at all for that regard. But I'm not quite sure about that. Let me quickly check. Still 52 to go. Should be done anytime soon now. At least I hope. Nope. 144. Alright, so let's get this Fisherman's corpse looted, found, and find Lance's corpse, which is one of my brothers of the Ring of Water. Oh, wrong button. Kill some critters along the way. William, when the moon is full, the watch will be distracted. Sneak out, but be careful. If you follow the log road, you can leave the swamp. The pirate camp is on the other side of the valley, far to the west. From there it should be easy to get away with the boat. A well-wisher. Who that well-wisher is, I do not know. But William didn't make it. The lizards got him.
Nothing to be had there.
Do.
Nothing to be had there.
Let's explore this area a bit. Find a teleporter stone, activate it, so I can use it later on. Even though I have to be on the other side of the island for the pirates, in order to get myself away into the bandits camp, and I could overrun them if I wanted to. You know, it will not be that hard to overrun them, but I'm not gonna do that. So I need the learning points for multiple reasons. I need the learning points to learn the second and the third ancient language. I need learning points to max out my searching Will-o'-the-Wisp, even though I'm not going to use it. I will still train it. and I need lots of learning points later for the 5 circles of magic.